Oh, okay. Cool. Yes. Sorry about that. I just to say I am beat. Just all this working is getting to me. Nice face. I like it.
Thank you. I'm sorry
Oh man.
work is getting to you.
Yeah. No. It's all this overtime. But very
Getting
like
getting to you is an interesting phrase. It's
it's
getting
getting it's getting to me.
it's getting to me. Where does
Yeah. It's
that come
too
from?
simplistic actually. It doesn't really explain anything. It's
I am gotten to by work.
yeah. It's like I've been had. You know.
I've been had
Yeah. Yeah. I've
that
been gotten to. I've been had.
I've been had.
Yeah. No. What's the one like? Well, because my I was cat sitting for my parents, and then, like they brought the cat in like a bag. But I was thinking like the cat's always out of the bag. But actually, when I had to give it back, putting the cat in the bag was very hard. No one talks about that. Yeah, no one ever talks. I don't know why the cat was ever in a bag to begin with.
I'm
Is
keeping
that
it secret from everyone.
yeah, secret cat? I don't know.
The cat's out of the bag. What's in the bag, Aresh? It's obviously a cat. It's like meow.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
bag.
I mean, the bag's just like wriggling. It's like a cartoon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
it's
like nothing. It's like that's a cat, isn't it? No.
yeah, exactly. It's very hard to maybe is that where the phrase comes from? Because it's like very hard to clandestinely keep a cat in a bag.
It must be.
They jump out.
Unless
I
it's
don't know.
asleep or dead.
Say it's what?
Unless it's asleep or dead.
Oh no, poor cats. Yeah, cats are always in bed. They're always inside bags. They're in a box, Schrodinger's box. You know. Yeah, you gotta stop putting
Schrodinger's
cats.
Schrodinger's Pandora's box. You open it up and a cat and a bunch and maybe a cat, but also a whole bunch of bad shit comes out.
Yes, it's just like a Lovecraftian like eldritch cat comes out. It just like your mind can't even comprehend it. Like you just lose your sanity. It just it's like overlapping four universes.
Schrodinger's
Yeah,
Pandora's box. Is there a bunch of bad stuff in there?
yeah.
There?
Is that's pretty? It's literally like archaeologists. That's like their whole profession. It's like, is this a Pandora or no? They're like, is this the one?
It's Pandorable.
Pandora.
Pandorbs.
What does come out of Pandora's box? Just evil, any kind of evil?
Just a lot of child porn just shoots out.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when people do this with a deck of cards, they're like, and they just spin. That's what
It's
happens.
just Polaroids. It's like, no, it's not mine. I swear, it's not mine. They're like, yeah. And you're like, no. Yeah.
I keep drinking hot chocolate and smiling, and the hot chocolate's on my teeth.
Oh god.
It's happened like 4 times throughout this. So if people aren't watching, that's what's happening.
Oh, it's all good. No,
I keep laughing and showing my teeth, and they're covered in chocolate.
oh god, I'm so behind on editing too because our subscription to Adobe Premiere ran out, so I got this new one called Vegas Pro, but I don't know how to use it, so I'm slowly learning, and we'll have it. This will be on a delay. You know what? Because I'm tired of people thinking podcasts have to come out every week.
Yeah,
I think we'll just release it as like a season, and we'll just be like, here's season one.
this will show them. This
Yeah.
will sure show them.
Yes, we are subverting the norm, as they say. Yeah, I don't know, man. Cause like, it's so weird because I go on YouTube a lot and like I watch a lot of like reaction videos. I don't know why, like to like albums and stuff. And like, dude, there's like so many channels. There's like a guy with like 2 followers, and he has like incredibly produced videos with like if transitions and animations, and he has like a set. And like, it seems the younger generation is like as a hobby, they just know how to do all this shit much more than us.
Yeah.
Like I feel so inept. I bought like all these microphones that don't match anything, or like I bought the wrong in outlet. I don't know. Like I'm so bad at this.
Yeah, me too. I don't even try.
I
I'm
know. I barely know. Like yeah,
I'm
I
the
think we
I'm
have
the
to get a
diva.
lackey or something.
Yeah,
I think we
I'm
need a
the
lackey.
diva.
You're the diva. I'm like the hardworking guy.
You're the hardworking guy.
Yeah, like if we get famous, you're gonna be like strung out on heroin. But like we have to get you in the studio. We like you're like Artie Lang. Your nose is collapsed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his nose did collapse like a
Yes.
teepee after the invaders came.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Yeah. I know. It was so. Oh, it's awful. So bad.
like burnt out. It's still smoking. It's just smoke coming out of it.
Yeah, and like and with all his money, that I mean, it really means with all his money, there's no way to reconstruct it. Like that's as good as it gets.
He
Which is
can't even smell napalm in the morning.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I know. It's like him and Michael Jackson, the two just nose. Like
yeah,
Michael Jackson's nose was falling off. That's so bad.
that's true. I got COVID and now I can't smell the napalm in the morning. Very
Yeah, no,
sad.
I was thinking about that. Where if you die of COVID, you literally can't smell the coffee because you're dead and you can't smell. So both of those things apply. Yeah.
Both of those things apply. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, isn't this a great week, by the way? Because but by the time I finish editing, this will probably be like in the past. But anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, all these right wing people are getting COVID, which is like a hilarious parable. It's pretty great. I was trying to think in history, has there ever been a time when like just a bunch of people in the like government got a disease? Because this is hilarious. This is so funny.
So funny. Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah.
Other than Nazi sympathy, I don't think so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this really is like COVID doing its own Nuremberg like trial. It's like you're all going on trial, I'm taking you all out. You're all going.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it.
COVID gets the Nobel Peace Prize for just killing.
Yeah, I know. It's like I guess 30 million people have to die just so like 30 shitty people had to get it, and then they die.
If somebody killed Hitler back in the day, would they have gotten a Nobel Peace Prize?
Oh, that's a good point.
Would
Well,
that-
Nobel himself invented dynamite,
Mhm.
which was used in conflict. So I feel like there's a bit of a thing
Well,
there.
he invented dynamite, and then they accidentally released an obituary of him before he died that called him the Merchant of Death.
Oh my god!
He was so sad that he created the Nobel Peace Prize. That's true.
Wow, I didn't know that because yeah, I remember because he made it for like mining. Because he was honestly, I get at this point because instead of people having to like hit a thing with a pickaxe, he was like, here's an instant way to open a cavern.
Yeah, blow it up.
Yeah, and then World War One happened. They're like, what if we just threw this out of planes and yeah.
There are some places up. There are some places in canyons in Utah where you can find little holes where they drilled to
Oh yeah, for sure.
put dynamite in, but they never did for some reason. They're just holes.
Oh, weird. They just
Yeah.
kind of. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they just drilled some dynamite holes and then left.
Yeah, because Utah has a big miner history. It was like all those like coal towns where like it would just the population would balloon to like 5,000, and it would just be full of like saloons and like brothels, and then the coal would run out, so they would just like deplete.
My
And now it's like a sad town with like a private prison or something. It's like,
my
it's
great
pretty-
uncle's first job as a kid was getting firewood for the whorehouse in Park City.
Oh my god,
Mhm.
jeez.
And I'm also related to Karl Marx and Brigham Young.
You really have an interesting lineage. You have like the
And then
very
the,
weird. Yeah.
we married into a family who used to be part of the British royal family,
Oh my god.
vestigially, and they no longer were because one daughter ran away with the gardener and then had our whole family. But
Honestly, that's good because that gardener's genes probably saved you guys from like all those horrible incestuous genes that the royal family was gonna give you.
yeah,
Yeah, like you'd have like a web toe because
we
centuries
just,
of inbreeding.
eventually we just look like pugs and breathe like pugs.
Yeah, exactly. It's like your nose is like so like you really shouldn't be alive. Like yeah, it's like when you have to put like a towel on top of pugs in the summer so they don't like overheat.
Yeah.
It's just like Prince Harry with like a he's just like deep. Oh god.
There was that Habsburg king who
Yes.
who was retarded but intelligent enough to know he shouldn't be king. So they're like he was born and they're like, you're king, and he went, nope.
He's like, no, I don't. Yeah, it's good for him too because they're probably propping up to be like a stooge, so that like when the shit goes down, he gets hanged, and then he's like, I don't want any part of this. You're not gonna make me the scapegoat of the.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I was. It does suck to be like that guy, like being like the Russian royal family's kids, where like the revolution happens. They're like, well, we got to kill you now in case you want to usurp power in 20 years. You're like, no, I don't care. Just let me go. I'll just do something else. It's fine. Yeah. And then they just shoot you. Like that sucks. That's
They're like
Exactly.
Daniel Day-Lewis. I just want to be a cobbler.
yeah. I want to be
Everybody knows me as the fugitive child of the overthrown prince of whatever country, but I
But
just want to be a cobbler.
it's literally like the kid from a Holy Grail who wants to sing, whatever.
Yeah, huh? They want me
Yeah,
to sing. Stop that! Stop that!
yeah. Stop. Okay.
I wanted to talk about some things my grandpa said about World War One and World War Two, and his experience of Americans coming over to England during those wars.
Oh yeah.
Because he wasn't alive during World War One, but he heard stories, and it has to do with what happened in World War Two. So when the British were told during World War Two that Americans were going to come help out, they were like, "Crikey, that'll help!" Because when they came in World War One, they didn't have anything. Apparently, they just like came with rifles, and this is how my grandpa told it. It was like, "Well, have you got tanks?" No, we don't. Well, have you got airplanes? No, we don't. Well, have you got rifles? Oh yes, we have
Oh, we
rifles.
have
Oh
those.
yeah.
Yeah.
They just get excited. Oh yeah, we have rifles,
We
certainly.
have those. We have. Yeah.
And then my grandpa said, and then when they came, they brought everything. They brought tanks, they brought airplanes, they brought rifles. Even the food was better. They had roast beef, and the British had a rabbit they caught that day, or some tasty grass.
That's amazing. It's cool to hear that kind of inter soldier mingling. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
certainly. Yeah, and apparently there was a lot of discrimination.
Oh really?
They came with with both. They had both blacks and whites in the army, and then
Gotcha.
my
Okay. Yeah.
grandpa said, "No, no, I saw an instance of that um, discrimination when I was a child. I didn't know it was happening at the time, but I went up to a truck, and there was a man sitting in the truck, and I'd never seen a black man before. So I was just looking at him. He had this brown bag of cherries, and he was eating these cherries." And he just said what, and I didn't know what to do, so I just kept staring at him. And he said, "Oh, fine, take him." And he threw the cherries at
That's so funny that like
me.
the black guy was just like, what is this guy looking at? Does he want my cherries? He doesn't know that like this is like a new experience for your grandpa. He's like, oh, he must just want one of these delicious
I
cherries.
know.
That's so funny.
You're just like, fine, take the cherries. I don't
Yeah,
care.
that's so
But
good.
he was upset because all the white guys were in the pub, and he had to wait outside in the truck. This black fellow.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's funny because people like I remember there was like a big fuss about like those battlefield games, or like there's like one for World War One and World War Two. But there was this huge fuss of like, oh, this is historically inaccurate. There's black soldiers, PC culture gone amok. It's like, no, they were in the war. They fought. There was like
Yeah.
huge battalions of black soldiers. Like those
There's
huge.
apparently an old
Yeah.
joke in England of a lady in a town where a bunch of Americans are uh, are put up, and she owns an inn, and a lot of them sleep there. And they said, how are the Americans? She's like, oh, they're lovely. I love the Americans. They're such gentlemen, all of them. They're like, really, all of them? You don't have one bad thing to say about it?
Yeah.
Like, no, they're just wonderful. They've just been wonderful the whole time. Really, just not one thing. And then she leans forward and just whispers, well, I don't like some of the white ones they brought with them.
That's pretty great. That's a good own.
Yeah.
That's good. It's one of those old timey like uh we have to have a big attention span, but it pays off, you know.
Yeah.
Like you just can't talk like that now. Where it's like, and I told them they could have said.
And I told them.
That's hilarious. Well, I mean, I was gonna say like I was reading what's his face again, Frantz Fanon, the famous like anti-colonial author, and yeah, and he was a black man from like the French colonies, and he fought in World War II. And then it was weird because like he fought against the Nazis for France, and he was like, "Yeah, that part I liked," but it was like after World War II when France was still a colonial power that I was like, "Oh, I have to fight against them now."
Yeah.
It's kind of an interesting flip for him. It's like I went from fighting the Nazis to my own country, so it's like, but different priorities, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mixed signals.
yeah, but he fought in like Alsace and like all these crazy places, like. Yeah, and people forget, like, yeah, like all those colonial powers were sending people from their colonies to fight. Like, Britain was sending all these Indian soldiers to like both
Yeah.
wars, both times. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been reading Gibbon. He talks about the reason that being the reason Rome held out so long is because unlike the Greek city-states when they like took a place. I mean, they were they allowed um, their
Like their satellite
yeah
people.
the denizens and their satellites and their colonies to
Denizens.
join.
Don't call them denizens. They're good people.
That's not a derogatory term.
It's not. I always thought denizen was like a like, oh, denizens. It's like a seedy place. Is it not? I thought denizens was like,
No, it just means citizen, but I was going to use citizen later, so I decided to use a different word.
oh, sorry, I fucked
That's
up
why I
your
was.
whole thing there.
That's
Okay,
why I had to
sorry.
think so hard, because it was like
Sorry, go on.
they
Yeah.
allowed the denizens of those colonies to become citizens if they were well behaved. So
Ah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then so my grandpa talked about this too at one point. He said so they'd come over and be like, "You like this, eh?" And then they just point to their armors like, "You can have some of this if you like. Join the Russian army, join the Roman army, mate."
Yeah. Oh, this bit of kit right here. Yeah, this is pretty
Yeah.
good. In it. Yeah, just got this on the high road on the high road straight. Yeah, 10 quid, 10 quid. This. Yeah, you like this, bruv? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty nice, bro. In it, yeah, pretty nice. Yeah, that'd be so fun. Just bragging to like other people how like Roman you are. Oh, good.
My grandpa had just comes up with these sketches off the cuff. I thought
That's hilarious.
they're so good.
Oh man.
And
Oh,
then
I was gonna say, the fantastic film Gladiator with Russell Crowe. It has a lot of that where like he goes to like Roman Libya because I guess he's already in Roman Spain and he gets kidnapped and taken to like Roman Libya, and then yeah, it's like it shows how far it reaches, and they're all like, like they're barely Roman, but they're still like, yeah, Rome's around, and we're just kind of yeah. Why are you making that face?
where is Libya? I forget.
Oh, it's to the left of Egypt. So it's like how
Oh.
Spain like juts out here. It's like Libya's like right there. Yeah. Or no, actually Algeria is under Spain, but Libya's like here. So,
It's sub-Iberian Peninsula.
yeah.
It's
it's, the most,
sub-Iberian Peninsular.
it's the most roundabout way to say what it is. Yes, but that's the one. Yeah.
Do I look like the clown from It when I do that?
Oh, like a bulbous head. Yeah.
Mm.
I can't expand my head like you can.
Yeah, you
Can't
just
do it.
need to lose some of your hair.
Oh yeah.
That's what you do.
Yeah, but you actually look good with this hairline. I like the.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. It makes you look
Not
very collegiate. Yeah,
collegiate.
yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the perfect. This is as bald as I want to get. So I've been applying Rogaine like a madman. I just
Hell yeah.
get one of those, those poofy things on the end of the thing that spins around.
Oh yeah.
The car waxers. I use
Yes.
that to put Rogaine on my head.
Have you seen like remember the Bugs Bunny where he's just like massaging Elmer Fudd's scalp? That's what you have to do with your own. Like yeah, like really get in there, like get in all the roots.
He's got such a fleshy, like malleable scalp too.
Yeah, exactly.
I think malleable is funny because you malleate something means to strike with a mallet.
Right, which is also very cartoony. So
Yeah.
and then a goose egg comes out of your head. Yeah, it's pretty great. Yeah,
Goose eggs, goosebumps.
goosebump. No, yeah, goose. Well, or goosebump is a small. I think goose egg is what's called a big old like.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Yeah, that's a goose egg, but you also have
yes,
bumps, goose
goosebumps.
pimples.
Yeah, never seen a bumpy goose. They always seem
Yeah.
pretty good to me. I don't know.
Yeah. Goose bumps are when you get cold, your bumps are shaped like little geese.
Yeah, it's like
That's what it is. What was that sound?
quack, 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 quack.
Quack, quack.
Yeah, honk, honk.
Right?
Yeah.
Honk, honk.
Honk, honk, honk.
You just to punctuate it.
Yeah,
Just liked how slightly embarrassed you seem to be honking.
I know. I was like, oh, someone watching me do this. I'm in my own house. No, I always feel like because there's like my door's right there. I always imagine someone's walking past their groceries and they hear us podcasting,
Yeah.
just like shaking their head. I don't know.
Yeah, they just hear you honking. You're like honk honk, and you look at the window. There's some guy just whacking off of the window.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't know because like there's very thin walls. Like I'm kind of jealous because all my neighbors are these like Zoomer young couples, like young people, and they're all having way more fun than me. I always hear them like partying late into the night. I might just like snitch on them just because I'm jealous. I don't know. And they all have dogs that they don't take care of. I'm like, this isn't a game. You gotta. These dogs just howling all day until they come home.
Oh,
It's horrible. Yeah.
yeah. My downstairs neighbor is crate training their dog, and it's so small, this tiny dog, and it's like, meow.
Oh no.
It's just sad for an hour a day.
Should go break in and just release it.
I should into the
Yeah.
wild. Like, go.
Yeah. Into downtown Salt Lake City. It just gets run over.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, you're actually right next to the debate, I think.
Am I?
Yeah, you're like 3 blocks away from Mike Pence right now. That's
Oh, really? Is it
yeah.
happening here?
Yeah, it's at Kingsbury Hall, dude. It's crazy.
Is it the vice presidential debate?
Yes, yeah, it's a vice presidential.
They're doing it in Utah?
Yeah, it's disgusting. It's horrible because also they built this like really ugly set on this beautiful stage. It's like if people don't know, like Kingsbury Hall is like this beautiful theater. It's like the coolest place. There's like the stage looks like a WWE like backdrop. It's so horrible. It's just like an eagle and like stars and stripes and shit.
Oh,
So
dear.
bad. Yeah,
Oh,
no, and
dear.
Pence was staying at the Monaco, I think. I was like walking by and they had like garbage trucks like making a wall of trucks to block the thing. It's crazy.
Yeah, and that is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like being this close to Pence. I feel weird.
No, I was saying like I was like it feels like you're like Frodo and like when Sauron like talks to him through the ring. It's like that's what happens. Like you just Pence is just like from anywhere in the country can just communicate to you. You're just seeing all the evil. Yeah.
My precious.
Yeah. Just that the Isengard theme comes on. Da, 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 da. God, speaking of goosebumps, that shit really good. The Isengard, the Urukai theme gives me chills. Like just like the drums, like like when
It's
they're
so
running.
good. Who did
Oh,
the music for that?
was it Howard Shore? Was he Lord of the Rings, or was it the other guy? It was either Howard Shore or the other famous guy because they just did like every movie back then.
Hans Zimmer?
Was it Hans? I actually don't know the composers well enough. I think it
I
was
don't
Howard
think
Shore though.
I don't think it was Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer
Yeah.
did the music for Batman versus Superman, which is a shitty movie, but that soundtrack's amazing.
Yeah, no, I feel like that wouldn't have worked with Lord of the Rings. That would be, it would just be too much.
It would, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, my favorite scene as a kid was when Wormtongue was talking to Saruman, and then like Saruman's building the bomb for the Helm's Deep wall, and then like he's like, but you would need thousands of men to attack Helm's Deep. It's like tens of thousands, and he goes outside as like a giant ass army. Ah, it's so cool.
And the guy didn't see it going in for some
Yeah, I was like, how you didn't see this giant? Like, there's like 50,000 people outside. Yeah,
hell.
tens of thousands. Oh god, that actor was so good. I'm so sad he died.
Christopher Lee.
Yes, genius.
You
He
did-
has the
I-
best voice.
Did you know he was
Screaming.
accused of like lying about his military record?
Wait, what? That's actually hilarious. Good for him. That's good.
Somebody said he just totally lied about his military record.
You know what? I'm actually so relieved because I was terrified. You're gonna be like, did you know hear what he did? Like the allegations. I thought it was gonna be like something really bad.
No.
Okay, God. If he was like a predator, I would really lose all hope.
That would
horrible.
be terrifying.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, you know him, Ian McKellen, the Dumbledore guy. They're all just bad eggs. Yeah.
Patrick
Any
Stewart.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just because it's such a prize to play the old druid in a movie. You can't. It's the best role.
Old druid.
Yeah, just old druid wizard roles.
Oh
It's
yeah.
great. Yeah,
Druid.
a druid.
Ein druid. My ancestors had some druids.
Oh really?
I'm probably descended from one or two druids.
Oh yeah. No, in Iran they have dervishes who are like they're kind of these like wandering nomadic wizard people.
They're
Very
not
strange.
whirling ones. They just
Actually, yeah, very different. They're not the world. The whirling ones are in Turkey because they're all like it's like I think it's in I forgot what it's called in Ismaili Islam. They believe in like spinning and stuff. It's like meditation. But in Iran, the dervishes are like they're like have giant beards. They like never shower. They just like wander around.
oh man.
Yeah, but they're like very weird. They just
They
like
wander around doing magic.
yeah, they have like herbs and shit. They like sell you trinkets. They're very yeah, they're weird. They're just like hobos. It's
I
crazy.
want to do a
Yeah.
sketch of Moses with the with the staff of snakes and all that, and how he did his miracle. I mean, and then the Pharaoh's magicians had to recreate the miracles. And then I think that would be funny. Like he does a
That's funny.
miracle, and then the magicians are like fucking hack, and then they just do the same thing.
It's like in the Prestige where they're like trying to study him. It's like I know how I don't know how he does it, but it's something. It's there. Yeah, yeah.
That's a great movie.
I love the Prestige. That's actually my favorite Nolan movie. I love the Prestige.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best.
I honestly also for some reason I love Batman Begins because I think I like the origin story more than like the Dark Knight. I don't know.
Batman begets. That's what
Begets.
that's what it would be if he had a baby child.
Yeah, it's like him and Batman Begins.
I had a bunch of kids and I'm really stressed. It's begetting to me.
Full circle.
Hmm. I had a bunch of kids out on the islands surrounding the United Kingdom. It's beguiling. That's bad. That's a stretch. That's
Beguile.
My
The British Giles? No, I don't know.
What?
The British Giles.
Yeah, British Giles.
Gales?
Miles. What?
Gales? Looks like
Gale.
a gay isle. Like what a gale. Yeah.
Gayness.
Gay.
My grandpa was also talking about when America gave England those old ships,
Oh,
really old ships. And then he was talking about like they had 4 funnels on them. What ship has 4 funnels on it?
Yeah, like the UK is like, hey, so like a German U-boat probably couldn't take this down. Like, no, let's go. Yeah, open check, whatever you want, we'll give it to you. Why just you tell us, we'll manufacture. Don't worry. Here's some old ships. Yeah.
He said, and the Germans were like, "Oh, goody, one of those ships. We should throw a torpedo at it." And then someone sitting in the back goes, "Don't waste a torpedo.
Yeah.
Save the torpedo.
Save the torpedo. Spare the ship. Yeah.
Spare the ship. Don't use a torpedo on it." Oh, that was so funny. And then he said they were on Lend-Lease too. We needed to return them. We agreed to return them to the Americans, and we did. They had to scrap them. He said they had to scrap them, but at least they had to pay to scrap them. Damn America!
It's like they re-gifted the ship. They're like, "You want this? You want this?"
I know.
This will never work in the fucking in the Operation Market Garden. I don't know. This is not gonna.
What was Market Garden?
Oh, that was the one that the British stupidly thought would work. Was like they wanted to end the war by Christmas 1944, so they just like airdropped like everybody into Europe, but they just all got like killed. It was terrible. Really? Yeah, because they were like, we'll drop them in. They'll take all the bridges into Germany, and when we get bridges into Germany, we'll roll right in with our tanks, take Germany. It like completely failed, and then like it was terrible. And it postponed the war yeah, Market Garden. It just did not work. It was I think it was Field. Who was the field general? It was the famous British guy's idea. I forgot, but yeah, it was one where they landed in Holland a lot. It was the Netherlands and stuff, but it was a disaster. Then the Russians just like fucking stormed through Poland, just like got right to Berlin. Like it was like pretty funny.
That's so funny. Yeah, those fucking Russians, man.
Yeah, no, I only know about it because I played so much. Did you ever play Panzer General back in the day? Dude, it was the best. Very problematic premise for a game, but like you're literally just like Erwin Rommel, and it was like in the 90s. But it's this cool like hexagonal game where you just have to like command like tanks and planes, but you're Germany, so it's kind of fucked up. Where it's like the first mission is taking over Poland, and then like it's. They just didn't give a shit. Like there was like so many Panzer games, dude. There was like a lot of those. Yeah. Oh god.
What's Panzer Communismus? I forgot.
Panzer Communismus?
Yeah, Panzer Communismus.
Is it just like tank communism? What does that mean? I don't know.
I used to know. Let me look this up. Panzer Communismus, English translation. Army tank communism, it says.
Ah, yes, yeah. No,
I don't
that's
know what it
good.
means, but I know I've
No,
read.
I know it was so funny because back then, like, there was this weird like thing where like you remember like in the '90s or like 2000s, your friends' dads were always like super into military history, but like they would like respect like people like Erwin Rommel, but they'd be like, "Hey, I don't like Nazis. I just like Rommel's thinking." You know? Like that was like a whole thing back then.
Yeah,
But it was kind of benign because like they would like watch like Band of Brothers and they were obsessed with D-Day and shit like that. Like they all wanted like a replica M1 Garand. I think they just genuinely liked the war as a like as a fun hobby, not as like a ideological thing. So,
yeah, that
but then,
describes my dad and both his brothers.
yeah, like all my friends' dads who are like white, they're all like super into that shit. Like they all have like a Luger. I'm like, why do you have? I'm
Yeah,
like,
why
it's
do you?
cool. I don't know. It's a cool Luger.
Yeah, my one
Yeah,
of my uncles had an M1 Garand and a Luger, and he just played Axis and Allies all day.
dude, that fucking game. Yeah, that shit. I've have you ever played that game? That's like it is. The
Yeah.
rules are so like it's like you have to be an antisocial, just like just person who like autistic antisocial person to play. It's like the most.
Hey, hey,
It's a crazy game. The
why would
rules are
you say
insane.
that to me? You know I'm both of those things.
Yeah, I'm just saying. 'Cause I thought you'd be like, I thought that would make you happy. Like, yeah, I know. That's why I'm so good at it.
That's why I'm so good at it. I
Yeah.
suck ass. I'm not even the good kind of autism.
No, I'm terrible because my friend was and his brother was super into it. His brother was like his brother is leagues beyond anyone's diagnosis. That guy's crazy. But then his brother would like he like knew the whole rule book and like you know you would like you would put a tank in like an inch too far. He'd be like that would never happen. That's don't have enough fuel and your supply lines are short. Get the fuck out of here. Like yeah. And then we had to play like the condensed version. That was like also very confusing, but it was like
Yeah,
simpler. Oh, that game! I miss those kind of nerdy board games.
me too. Oh, they're
Yeah,
so good.
yeah.
What was I? What's I gonna say? Um, oh, the term the phrase "in a league of one's own" is funny because you just imagine one guy playing baseball in a stadium with everybody watching. He's like,
Yeah.
and then walking around sadly. He's like another home run. I just think that's funny in a league of their own.
Oh, sorry.
Or if you're in a team and everyone else is in one league, but you alone are in a higher league,
Wait, sorry. Say it again. Sorry, I was distracted there.
you're looking at your damn phone.
No, I just said my address. Sorry, it's a busy time.
You
This
sent
is
your address.
no, it's my friend's dropping over salsa, so I had to give them my address. I don't know. And they made a lot of salsa, so I'm like, yeah, I'll take one. But now it's like a whole thing. I have to like plan it. I don't want it anymore.
That's
Yeah.
this
It's
is
not
the
worth it.
this is the only part of your day that's going to reach the public, and you choose now.
Yeah,
Work
to
out
get
the
your salsa,
logistics of a
the
salsa
logistics,
handoff.
a salsa drop.
Salsa drop.
Yeah. Sorry, I disrespected the podcast there,
You
and
did.
I wasted your time. I'm sorry.
You did. I saw the blue ghostly glow of your phone on your face, and I was like, "You're not fooling nobody, Yaresh."
Yeah.
No, but I was talking about the phrase "in a league of one's own,"
Mm.
is because you either imagine like one guy in a baseball stadium playing by himself with all these people watching, and he's like another home run, and then
Yeah.
like walks around the bases, and then or he's with his whole team and everybody else is in one league and he's in a higher league. So if he does badly, he has to feel extra bad because of like, why are you in the higher league if you're not even doing as well as we are?
That's a very good point. Like, why would you want to be in your league of your own? Because then it's
Yeah.
boring. You want to be competing. You want to be crushing people who are worse than you in their league. That's the
Yeah,
best.
you want to be 10,000,
Yeah.
100,000 leagues under the sea.
Yeah, there's no point being a big fish in the pond if you're just the
Yeah,
only fish. You want to be eating smaller fish. That's the whole.
yeah,
That's why that has a fish analogy. That's the whole point. God damn,
10
yeah.
10,000 leagues of one's own under the sea.
Oh god, that book was that the one with Captain Nemo and all that shit?
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Or Virginia Woolf writing a book called A League of One's Own. Like women should have their own league.
Yeah.
It would be funny if it were all about baseball instead of just having like
Yeah.
minimum good life.
Just like, so we voting now? It's like, no, but you can play softball
You
on
can't play
Saturdays.
softball.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do the underhand throw.
Yeah.
That's so silly.
Oh
The
god.
throw. I don't like softball. It's for cowards. It's for people without integrity. The throw's really underhanded.
That's good.
No,
I like it.
it's not.
That's good.
It's a bad joke from
Oh
a
man.
bad man.
Bad, bad
A
man.
bad man with bad
You know,
jokes.
badminton sounds like someone saying bad man, like badminton. Uh,
Badminton.
bad.
Badminton. That's when you. Yeah. This
Or like,
dollar bill. It's so shitty. This dollar bill. Look, the printing's all off. It's badminton. That's what it is.
yeah, badminton. Hey, this Sacagawea. She kind of looks. She doesn't look like Sacagawea. She looks like
It
Paula
just
Abdul. This is
it just
badminton.
says
Yeah,
it just says Sacagawea. It doesn't have the rest.
Sacagawea. No,
It says that.
that cannot be her name.
Yeah. This is terrible.
Do you know how much violence this will incite in the country?
Yeah.
This is horrible. Yeah, if
And
people start
anti-
reading coins, we are fucked. This is bad.
an anti-defamation league of one's own.
It was so
Yeah.
funny if you just had like a anti-defamation league for defamation against yourself. Like you have you have like a nonprofit. Like we were trying to quell the surge of anti-Max Bainey slander in this country. It's
What if defame actually meant to make less famous?
oh, that'd be funny. Yeah,
And it defamed him. Like if
defame.
somebody says you're bad, that doesn't make you less famous. If anything, that makes you more famous.
Yeah, bro, stop defaming me, bro.
Yeah, defame. He's
yeah.
like, I took down your blog,
Yeah.
your Twitter.
I stole your phone. Yeah, because then infamous is like bad fame.
Bad famous, yeah.
Stop infaming me, bro. Yeah.
And infamous should be like inexpensive, which means not famous. That's what it should mean.
Yeah. That makes no sense. Yeah, defaming should be
Yeah.
it really should be you are drawing away the fame.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Defame. To be denuded is also just to be naked. Being denuded should mean to put on clothes.
Yeah.
But
Or like defanged, that's a big one. Like we have
defanged. Yep, defanged means to take away the fang. But that makes sense.
But can you do the opposite? Hey, I'm enfanging you. I'm giving you fangs.
Infanging.
Yeah.
I'm befanging.
I'm befanging. Yeah.
Mhm.
God, fucking English conjugation, huh?
Yeah.
Weird, crazy time.
Bullshit.
It
It's
is.
all bullshit. Like, AGUE, that should rhyme with plague, right?
Yeah.
Nope, it's ague.
No, dude, there's my favorite Simpsons one where uh, where Mr. Burns, it's like Mr. Burns and Smithers, and he's just like, Smithers, bring me the plague. He's like, you mean the plaque, sir? No, the plague. And it's just like, it's so great.
The plaque, sir? You
The
mean
plaque,
the plaque, sir?
yeah, that was a great Smithers. Oh my god.
Yeah, you mean the plaque, sir?
Oh, I love that. I love him always making like advances towards Burns.
And imagining him naked and stuff.
Yeah, and he's just like,
naked.
yeah. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah.
Still on the league jokes. I still want to make more league jokes.
League.
I think anti-defamation, 10,000 anti-defamation leagues under the sea.
10,000 anti. The national. I don't know. National. I've tapped the well dry. I'm like Daniel Day-Lewis. There's no more oil. I have to slurp up your oil.
I have to slurp up your oil.
I slurp it up. Yeah, my milkshake. Yeah.
I drink your poontang.
Yeah,
My straw reaches all the way across the room. Drink your poontang.
Oh,
Did you
God.
know a poon is a type of tree?
What?
A poon is a type of tree.
No.
That's true.
What is like a fruit bearing tree or just a tree? Like a pine?
I don't know.
Is it a pine poon or something? It's like Cancun's sister island, Pine Poon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it deciduous?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck. My like 11th grade environmental science class is I forgot all of the trees. Cumulonimbus. That's a cloud.
That's it. That's a
Yeah.
tree.
I
That's
feel so
a tree.
much dumber. I remember when I was younger, I had this like thirst for knowledge. I was reading all the time. I was just a sponge for information. I had so many thoughts. Now it's just a blank. It's like I had
I,
to dig
I
through
had
so
the
much shit to get
opposite. When I was a kid, I didn't
really.
give a fuck, and now I do. I want to know everything.
Oh, I'm jealous because you're getting to
Yeah.
your magnum opus. I'm already done, baby. It's all gone. I'm just a husk of my
My
former
my
self.
magna opie. That's the plural. I'm just getting my magna opie.
Yeah, it's like fuck you. You have multiple.
Yeah, my magna opie.
My magnum opus. Also, because magnum's like my magnum. Yes, extra. Not
Yeah,
just a normal opus, a magnum
a James
opus.
Bond movie called Magnum Opusy.
Yeah. There's like his muse gets like shot or something, as always. Like the Bond
You.
girl gets killed.
My grandpa made this joke today. Guess what you call a muse who makes you laugh?
Mhm.
An amuse. And I said, then funny music would be a music. And he said, ah, ah,
Oh, amusing, music.
a music.
God, this is an interesting episode. We're just uncovering the secrets of language. This is
I'm
really
an
good.
being comedians. We're actually a musicians.
Yeah, they should literally just give us a show where like they just give us a word and we just go back in the etymology. And we just start, yeah, we just start riffing with words. Like they just like throw us a word and we start riffing and
the
and then we track it down.
entomology means
Entomology.
that's bugs, right? But entomology.
Oh yeah.
I think
What's
it's bugs. Etymology is words.
etymology?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. No, I remember my friends had this. My parents had this family friend who was like, I hold on. It's a he is a he's like a biologist, but he's a ornithologist. But they just call him a bird doctor. He's like, no, I'm an ornithologist. It's
Yeah.
birds. Yeah, we like a bird guy.
He's a
Uh,
hornithologist.
yeah.
He's an orny Adams ethologist.
Horny Adams. Horny Adams.
He's an ornery ethologist.
Oh man, if I was like a 19-year-old girl getting into porn, I would be called Horny Adams as like a as an homage to him. Yeah,
The Horny Adams family.
yeah, and I'd be like, hey, this is for you, Horny. I'm a big fan. Yeah.
It'll be like incest videos. The Horny Adams
Oh my
family.
god, we should make a porn parody of the documentary Comedian. That'd be amazing.
We should.
Like it's like it's like a weird. It's like Jerry
Somebody,
Seinfeld
somebody
porn.
playing Colin Quinn and somebody playing,
Yes.
yeah, Horny
Oh,
Adams.
dude. Okay, so I got his book. Did you read the book yet? Overstated.
Oh no, is it good?
Okay, I have to read the Utah passage.
Okay.
So yeah, it's so funny. All right, you just gotta hear this.
How is it? Is it a short book?
It's very short. Yeah, it's definitely like a coffee table. Yeah,
Oh,
it's not as like complete as the old one.
okay.
Okay, so this is the
That one
Utah.
was even really short.
Um, okay, this is just this. It's like the only thing I don't like about Mormons in Utah is that they let non-Mormons live there among them. It's weird to have all these people that don't drink even caffeine, and then next door people are drinking and doing meth. They should have made it a dry state. If you have dry counties, why can't you have dry states? It's like opening a strip club in the basement of a church. Even if you aren't looking at them, you know they're downstairs there somewhere, and it ruins the service. And then, hold on, where? Oh shit. Okay, no, here's this really funny thing about homeless people. It's like really funny.
Homeless people in Salt Lake.
Yeah, it's so good. Oh shit. Okay, wait. Oh damn it. Okay, wait. Hold on. Sorry. Let me find. It's so good though. He kind of just like roasts every state, and then he's like what? He's like, okay, the thing with Utah is that they never went for that separation of church and state. I admire them. The rest of the country has been moving away from religion, and Mormons are saying, we don't give a shit. Utah is a beautiful state. When I went to Salt Lake City, it was just me, and every 3 blocks is a homeless camp. It's very apocalyptic, but even that's biblical. It's like I love him. He's so funny, man.
Love it.
Wait,
Um,
it's cool because like he proves you could just write a book like that where you just like rank stuff, or you just do like a very simple format, and it's like it works. You could just do like he just roasts every state, and I really want to try writing that way. It's so cool.
yeah, just a list of things. This is what I think about all these things.
Yeah,
I've started kind of doing that, I guess.
dude, same. I've been writing a weird manifesto, but I don't know how funny it is, but it's it's all like here's my
Um,
thoughts on this. It's,
I've just been listing every single cliche I use and doing some commentary on it.
yeah, yeah. No, I had one that was just very bad. It was like just the types of people you see at a certain place, but it got like so granular, it was a bit too much. It's
It
too
got
specific,
so what?
like too granular to the point where it was a bit too like maybe a bit racist. I don't know. It was just, it was like the Lebanese look like this because you can tell, and then these are Palestinians. It's all different.
Oh
Yeah,
no. Oh
just because
no.
my just because I feel like when you're from the Middle East, you're very good at knowing down to the country or ethnic group what people are. So
Yeah.
I was trying to explain it to the common man how that works.
The
Yeah,
commoner.
yeah, a commoner.
I'm gonna write a book of limericks and cliches. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I was to say for the people. Would you like to say some one of your limericks?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
There was a man said, if I had my druthers, my sister and I would be brothers. Though I take all crevasses, I prefer men's asses. It'd be nice to fuck one another. I'm pretty proud
you
of
know,
that.
it's funny because like it sounds crass, but like fucking man from Nantucket is like 100 years old, and that shit
Yeah.
is heinous. It's like worse than that. So it's
Yeah.
it's crazy. Yeah.
And
Wait. Also,
then
speaking of, do you know the Nantucket one? Because I actually forgot how that goes.
once was a man from Nantucket who would get a dildo and suck it. He went to his aunt's house and blew it in front of a mouse, and then put it behind him and fuck it.
Did you just freestyle that?
Yeah.
That's so good. Okay, I'm gonna try one. Um, there was once a man from Nantucket. Um, he um, he spent his days peeing into a bucket. Um, he that's very very hard. Never mind. That's I really respect you guys because it's
let me tell
hard
you
art.
some. Let me
Yeah,
tell you
yeah.
some Robert Conquest limericks because he's the
Yes,
master.
please.
There was an engine driver named Hunt who was given an engine to shunt, saw a runaway truck, and by yelling out "duck," saved the life of the fellow in front.
Oh, interesting. I was really expecting a different ending there.
And
As soon as you were like,
you wanted it to be filthy, right?
yeah, no, but I was expecting a different word on one of those unts.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, what word?
You know,
Oh,
on.
cunt.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, yeah. What?
Right. There was there was a young fellow called Peter who drank his own piss by the liter. The reason for this was he liked to drink piss. Piss straight or a piss margarita.
I gotta say, I think the limerick format is more poetic than haiku.
I
I
know.
think it's better. It's like because the last line is so good because it's like da, 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 and the last line sums it up so nicely. It's like a
Yeah.
bow. This is nice.
It's so good for a punchline there. One of mine
Yeah.
goes, this is horrible. This is horrible.
Let's hear it.
A perverted bulimic called Brock, Ralphed by sucking his own erect cock. um, and by purging his tum, spewed up peaches and cum,
Oh God,
and then ate it all back. What a crock! What a crock!
that was disgusting. That was just pure
I
disgusting.
know. I'm a bad
Disgusting.
man.
It was filth. Oh
And
my
then,
God. Oh my God.
for fear of this is another of mine. For fear of death, my shrink said first, "Let's have anal sex in a hearse." He said such a session won't cure your depression, but it certainly can't make it worse.
That one actually sounds like that could have been from like 1920. Like that was like literally could have just been from very long ago. That was a good one.
Thank you.
That's it. Did you watch that movie
I think
Once
they're
Upon a
all
Time in
good.
America? No, I was just saying that one is like my favorite. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. What?
But, have you seen that movie Once Upon a Time in America, the Sergio Leone movie? Well, so like he gets out of prison after like 10 years, and they actually pick him up in a hearse, and there's like a naked dead woman, and then she like is actually a prostitute. She like comes to life and like fucks him. It's a very weird movie.
That is a
1980. It has James Woods and De Niro.
James Woods.
Yeah.
Someone to care for, to be there for. I have James Woods. Blam, blam, That's
He's from Utah and he's crazy, so that's good.
He is crazy.
Yeah, he's a madman. That guy's
Yeah.
insane. Yeah.
He's such a homophobe. He posted a GIF of Anderson Cooper rolling his eyes, and the caption was Anderson Cooper when his butt plug dislodges.
That's dude, like that kind of like weird right wing old guy humor is so insane. It's just like so crass. They have no idea how to like construct a joke. It's just like, liberal, spill dildo in the ass. It's like so there's no nuance at all. Like,
There was an old fellow named Hodges.
Yeah.
Who eye rolls when his butt plug dislodges. Clean up the dirt, mopped it up with his shirt.
Yes.
And geez.
Odges.
And you used it to lube up his Todgers? I don't know.
That's a good one. Todgers and I think that rhyme works. It's very good. Oh, I know you don't listen to rap much, but this great album came out last Thursday. It's the 21 Savage's new album. This is one line I could not stop thinking about. It's so funny. It's like the first 30 seconds he says, I ain't with the rap beef. My Draco's a pedophile. All my ops get touched. Which is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
What did you just say to me? What the fuck?
Okay, it's a Draco pedophile. All my ops get touched because a Draco is like a gun, and ops are like the opposition. So it's like Draco pedophile. All my ops get touched. Which is like so funny. It's the best line I've ever heard.
Oh my goodness!
But it's like that's how he starts the album. He's just like Draco pedophile. All my ops get touched.
Oh my goodness!
It's so good.
Is he okay?
I hope so. I think his gun is a
challenge a pedophile to a gunfight.
Yeah, no, his gun is a pedophile. That's the greatest taunt I've ever heard. It's amazing. He's like, my gun is a pedophile. It's just touching all my enemies. It's just it's so good. I love it.
You were able to interpret that a lot faster than I was. I did not know what the hell that meant.
Oh no, it's like once you listen to enough rap, because I don't know either, but it's like you just pick up the slang. This is also like I'm just like sucking the life out of younger people. I'm like, what does this mean? What does this mean?
What is this?
Just lurking Twitter. They have no idea. I'm just on there trying to figure out what Draco means. So that was a long time.
So I have a friend who is pica and eats little rocks.
Oh, I had a friend like that too. She would like just eat salt all the time. It was really weird. Yeah.
Well, my friend eats rocks, and then another friend of mine said, "Why does she eat rocks? I need you to find out and come back and tell me." She said, "I don't think you know anything, and I need you to find out." She was
what is this fucking MI6? What does she do? Sending you on like what's the Cold War? It's like Tinker Tailor. It's just like you have like a code name. It's like we have to figure out what her eating disorder is. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna have to dip to get that salsa, but I think we got a good hour here. That was a fast hour.
You're dipping to get that salsa? Did you really say that to me?
I did. I'm dipping because it is a dipping dip salsa. I thought it'd all connect in there.
Oh, dip your ops.
I don't know. This has already been a very poetic episode, so I thought I would just keep the theme of
poetic.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a couple more Robert Conquest limericks before I let you go.
All right. Let's hear it. Let's come on.
Sorry, I forgot.
Oh no, you're all good.
There was one with Robert Conquest. I mean that with the Russian Revolution that goes. There was a great Marxist called Lenin who did 2 or 3 million men in. That's a lot to have done in, but where he did one in, that old bastard Stalin did 10 in. And
That's a
then,
very good. Wow, that's very informative. It's like a
and
lot of
then,
information in one limerick. That's
right.
good.
Here,
Wow.
here's one about Shakespeare's seven ages. It goes, 7 ages, first puking and mewling, then very upset with your schooling, then fucks and then fights, then judging chaps' rights, then sitting in slippers, then drooling.
That's very sad.
Yeah,
It's like a man's life.
it's a man's
God.
life.
It's just
Judging
all
chaps'
summed up in a
rights.
haiku. That's terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
All right.
That
Well,
was very
we'll see you later, me.
no, for sure. Well, just yeah, no, yeah, that was good. I'm super into limericks now. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
they're,
if you have one, send one to us and we'll read it.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.